After an incredible 12 nights travelling around Vancouver before heading down to Seattle and then continuing on into Portland, it was time for the last stop on our Pacific Northwest road trip, Lake Tahoe. After a long 4-hour drive, we made it to our stopover for the night, the beautiful Crater Lake in Oregon. Then it was time for another long drive, nearly 6 hours to be exact, where we all went a little bit crazy before we arrived for 5 amazing nights in Lake Tahoe. Here is what we got up to. So we're having a night in our room tonight, and John's been to the local supermarket and got a load of ice cream, and we're having an ice cream feast, aren't we? And everyone's a little bit wired and excited. We got up ridiculously early and came to a beach called Sand Harbour because we were told that the car park fills up by 8 a.m. and they weren't wrong, it's already nearly full. The beach is already nearly full even though it's freezing, but everybody's already on here getting ready for the day and stuff, so I'm glad we came down early. Yeah. But it's still a bit crazy because it's actually cold, and Lottie and Ren are already paddling, and yeah, madness. What are we going out on? Paddle boards. Ready, sat?
Open up the windows, the world waits just outside for us.
And Pirate Mummy! And Pirate Daddy!
In luck. Oh, it's all happening now.
By Captain Lottie.
Arm in arm, we're tall as the mountains. Come reach for the sun. One by one, together, 1,000 till the day is done. Oh, it's all happening now.
Yeah, I'm ready. Good. Go on, jump right in. You have to jump right forward. Yay!
home from the beach about 5 o'clock, and we were going to go out, and then we all had showers and baths and washed our hair and decided, actually, let's just snuggle indoors, didn't we? So we've been chilling out for the last few hours, and now we're all cuddled up in bed watching Ninja Warrior, as you do. American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah,
and having a nice cuddle, and that's what we're doing. And then we're going to go to sleep. These explorers.
I was searching for an open door. I was looking for a peace of mind.
We're on a hike this morning. We are hiking a mile down to a beach that you can only access by boat or foot, which is very exciting. And we haven't worn the most entirely appropriate footwear. We're all wearing flip-flops, but...
I didn't get the memo that we were hiking.
Well, we didn't. It was sort of a bit of a kind of spur of the moment thing, but we're all in good spirits, hiking along. And this is Emerald Bay, so it's supposed to be beautiful. Or Emerald Beach. Emerald Bay? Emerald Beach.
Emerald Bay.
Emerald Bay.
It's a feeling that I tend to get. Won't rest until I make it right.
Frog. We're playing a fun game where we're trying to think of everything, every letter of the alphabet to do with travel. So we're on F.
Like a storm I raged that night. In the dark I came undone. Oh, this house I will my own to rent, so you can make it out. So you can make it out.
That was good fun, wasn't it? Now I've got to get back up to the top, which isn't so fun. I'm already out of breath and we've only been going about 10 metres. And Ren,
Show them where the top is.
Yeah, I'll show you where the top is. And Ren is wet. You fell in, didn't you? Did you fall in?
Not me.
Not me. But to be fair, he wasn't upset. He loves it. He's just a bit of a... He just gets so messy all the time, doesn't he?
I'm upset. Now he's where I've got to carry him.
Yeah.
In the distance were the warning bells, but I knew that you weren't caving yet.
We made it up to the top with no arguments as well, which is quite good. And now we've been treated by these beautiful views, but it's very windy, so we're going to head back to the car. Look at these. So the place we're staying has got this place called Frites, which does basically just fries with lots of different toppings on. And every time we've walked past, they've been shut, haven't they? We finally got some. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready, Katie. There's nothing like spontaneous filming.
I just ate my very first bite of my chili chips. I managed to spill it all down my dungarees.
Did you do that whilst you were walking back with them?
Yes, because I was hungry.
Couldn't even wait to get to the table.
I've been waiting for these for the last 2 days. Every time I walk past it's shut. I want to see your best skills.
My best skills.
How are you getting on? Oh! Going up in the gondola next to our hotel for no other reason than it's free, and we thought we'd have a look. All the things to see.
What are blue things?
I woke up in the world I wanted. Sunrise dancing with the morning. In your eyes, I swear I saw it. I woke up in the world I wanted.
You can see a lady. What else can you see?
I woke up in the world you gave me.
A hat.
You New horizon in the making. Wish I could bottle up and see this morning. I woke up in the world I wanted. It used to be a dream, but now it's you and me. It used to be a dream, but now it's you and me.
We're going down again.
I woke up in the world I wanted.
We came back to our apartment for a bit and some of us had a little sleep. I had a bath, John had a little sleep, the kids watched the iPad for a bit, and now we are off on an adventure to go and watch the sunset because we haven't watched the sunset since we got here.
Used to be a dream.
It's got
Now
Julia.
it's
Hello.
me.
Where's your arm gone? Put your arm in. You've got an arm missing now. You've got an arm missing.
Now it's you and me. I woke up in the world I wanted.
What's the white thing in the sky?
And I realized all of a sudden this used to be a dream.
So it is our last full day today and we're up and out exploring, and we were originally going to go to a place called Heavenly Resort, which is where we had lunch and explored a little bit the other day. And basically you go up in a gondola and there's loads of different activities on top of the mountain, like tubing and a little roller coaster and stuff. But we were looking at the tickets last night and we just couldn't justify it. It was so expensive, like ridiculously expensive. And then also when you got up there, things like food were really expensive as well. So we've changed our plans and we had a little Google and we found a place called Squaw Valley, which is very similar, but I don't think there's as much going up on top of the mountain as Heavenly. But you go up in a gondola, etc., and it's a fraction of the price of Heavenly. So we're going to go there, we're going to check it out, and we're going to see what it's like. But we're looking forward to exploring, aren't we?
Yeah. Have you ever thought there's a reason why it's a fraction of the price?
Yeah, true. But I think it'll be good fun. We're looking forward to it. This is really cool. They don't sell plastic bottles at all in Squaw Valley, so you have to refill.
All the downhill alpine events.
It is so cold. Why is there snow on the mountains? We didn't think it was going to be warm, but it's freezing and there's such a wind.
Go on then, mummy, in again.
Okay, Daddy. So just to prove that travel with kids is not always good, Lottie's crying, Ren's crying because everybody is so cold. Oh dear. The shoulder. We have retreated to the car, to the warmth. We've got the heating on for the first time this trip. It was just so cold up there. Everyone was getting really grumpy, upset, with good reason. I was the most of all, just because it was really cold. We were not appropriately dressed at all. We wouldn't have been appropriately dressed even if we had remembered the jumper bag, but we forgot the jumper bag as well, and it was just so cold. So we've come down and I think we're gonna go and grab some lunch. We said to the kids, what would you like for lunch? And Maddie said, just some hot food. But it's a little bit windy. this, did we? Rain on our last day as well. So we've been back in our hotel room for the last couple of hours now, just packing up and stuff, ready to go home. And we've had a bit of a funny day today. It's definitely not been my favourite day of all our trip. It was just a little bit of a nothing day. It was still fun, but I think we just hadn't anticipated the weather being quite so cold. And obviously Lake Tahoe is quite a kind of outdoors destination. And then we went up the top of that mountain, and that was a bit of a disaster because it was so cold up there. And so it's just been a bit of a funny day. We had some lunch and then we went on the beach for a little bit and just drove around. So it wasn't all bad, but it definitely wasn't my favourite of all the days. But we are doing something really exciting for our last night, because the hotel that we're staying at has a movie theatre. And when you say movie theatre, you think, oh, it's just going to be a TV in a room, but it's actually a proper private little movie theatre. And once during your stay, they let you rent it out for free and just you go in. So we're having a little private movie showing. The kids have chosen The Good Dinosaur to watch, and so we're going to go and do that. But I think first we're going to go and get some ice cream from the little ice cream parlour here. So I think that's such a nice way to kind of spend the last night of our holiday. So we're looking forward to that. Checking out, last day. We can't forget this guy. We got up bright and early this morning to head the 3 hours to San Francisco. We did get up at 7, so we've got a few hours to spend in San Francisco City before we fly out of San Francisco Airport this evening. We would pull over and get a view of the bridge, the Golden Gate Bridge, but look how foggy it is.
Let the stars